The Tiger's Claw. Why did you leave Jim Corbett and his sister? I asked Mahmood one day. Didn't they like your cooking? I did not leave them, Baba. They left me. That is, they left the country, said goodbye to India, went to live in Africa, where they hunted lions instead of tigers. They gave me a certificate and some money, and I went home to my village near Shamli. There I sold guavas and mangoes. Very dull after all that excitement with Carpet Sahib. Oh, yes, and he gave me this. Mahmood unbuttoned the top of his shirt and showed me a large tiger's claw in a locket that hung round his neck. It came from the last tiger he shot before he went away. The claw of the last tiger. Were you present when he shot it? Yes, Baba, I was there. It was the most exciting day of my life, if you don't count my wrestling match with the king cobra. Did you wrestle with the tiger? No, Baba, I am no match for a tiger. If I see a tiger, I run. I have strong legs. But on that particular day, I couldn't even run. I was alone in the bungalow and the tiger was coming for me. It was a man-eater all right, and I think it had come to take its revenge because of all the man-eaters that Carpet Sahib had shot. It was a big fellow, the largest tiger I have ever seen, and it walked right up to the veranda steps, raised its head, and let out a terrific roar. It was like a challenge. What did Corbett do? He wasn't there. He and his sister had taken their jeep and driven into the town to see someone who wanted to buy the property. The rest of the staff were out too. I was alone, setting the dinner table, when I heard his roar. I ran to the front room and looked out of the window, and there it stood, glaring at me with its yellow eyes, ready to pounce and have me for its dinner. Believe me, Baba, it was even licking its lips. I closed that window in a hurry. Then I ran to the front door and made sure it was bolted. What next? I closed all the doors and windows. There were so many. Every time I looked out of a window, I saw that tiger outside, circling round and round the house, just taking its time before leaping through an opening and pouncing on me, making a korma curry of me. It's nice cooking, a keema or kofta curry, Baba, but not so nice to be a curry for a tiger. At last I had all the doors and windows shut. Let the tiger roar. I was safe from its claws, or so I thought. I was standing in the middle of the front room, trembling with fear, when thump, thump, its heavy paws began pounding on the front door. That door was strong, but not strong enough to stand against the strength and weight of an angry tiger. It would give way any minute, and then I would be mincemeat. There was a small skylight high up on the wall, which opened out onto the roof. If I could reach it and get through, I would be safe on the roof. I pulled a table across to the wall and placed a chair on the table. I climbed on it to reach the skylight. I squirmed through it and emerged on the roof. Then I looked down through the skylight just as the front door gave in and the tiger rushed in, ready for dinner. But dinner was on the roof, out of its reach. That made it angry, very angry. The tiger ran round the room, smashing chairs, upsetting the table. It charged into the other room, smashing and grunting, came back, angrier than ever, tore up a couple of rugs and bit right through the Carpet Sahib's tiffin carrier, and then, with an angry roar, it charged out of the house and into the garden. But you were safe on the roof, Mahmood. So I thought. But when I stood up and moved to the edge of the roof, I saw the tiger looking up at me, judging the height from the ground to the rooftop. It was a distance of some 20 feet. Could a tiger leap that high? Even worse, there was an iron ladder leading from open ground to the roof. The tiger had noticed this. It approached the ladder and began slowly, carefully to climb up, rung by rung. In a few minutes, it would be upon me. What could I do? Mahmood paused for effect. And all I could say was, hide in the water tank? There was no water tank. All I could do was send up a prayer to the Almighty. And He must have heard you. He did indeed, Baba, and so did Carpet Sahib, for he returned just in time to see the tiger almost at the top of the ladder. He stood up in the jeep, raised his gun, and fired. Just one shot, down came the tiger. All in a heap, Carpet Sahib's last tiger. It was yours too, I said. You were very brave. Jim Corbett must have been pleased with you. Oh, he seemed pleased, but his sister was upset because of all the broken furniture and the smashed tiffin carrier. I told her she would not need the stuff in Africa, but she wasn't amused. Mem Sahibs are a bit funny and fussy about little things like furniture. As per Ruskin Bond, well, these aren't the only stories I heard from Mahmood, but they are the ones I remember the best. He was with us for a couple of years before returning to his village in order to get married before he grew too old. He said that, although he was only 30. He heard We heard later that he had settled down in his village, preferring the life of a cultivator to that of a cook. Working in our kitchen must have been pretty monotonous. No tigers ever coming calling. He was a wonderful cook, and I missed his cutlets and curries, his patties and pies, his sauces and stews, and his mango milkshakes. But most of all, I missed his stories, even if they were a bit on the tall side. The